Well, I hope that I have that on camera. I can't believe I did that. Showed my wife. There was bread all over the top, so it rose good. It did done good. But I went and put it in the oven. When I showed her the rag, I came back, shut the oven off, cracked the door. Oh. So now I gotta preheat it again, but it's already cooked a little bit, so I'm gonna leave it in there. We're just gonna let it go. So, Echo, set a timer for 30 minutes.
30 minutes, starting now.
Here we go again. This probably isn't the best way to do it because now it's got to preheat with it again, but it's already partially cooked because I put it in there when it was hot. So we'll see how it turns out. It should be easy. Looks good to me. Shut that off. Open this up. Shut that off. Then I need a cooling rack. I don't have that out yet. Well, I've never had that happen before, so we'll put that together so it's not so noticeable, but it looks like we're going to make some croutons also today. What I like to do, I don't even know if I showed Sarah this, I take some butter after I take it out and I just run it across the top, just so when I cut it, it's not so stiff and it doesn't, it's just a lot easier to cut. Way easier. Just need a little bit of butter and it soaks right in. Good to go. So I got something the other day, last night. And I think it's funny because Sarah's like, "You excited to try it?" I didn't tell her, but I was like, yeah, that thing's tiny. So let's see. This thing is little. Now, I've been told if you don't like coffee, get the French press because you'll like it. And maybe it's not as bitter. I don't know. But I'm going to find out today. And I guess you will too. Smells good. I've got my maid cleaning for me today. Thanks, Rosie. Pretty neat how that works. Alright, it definitely smells like coffee. Smells good. Let's see how it tastes. It's not nearly as bitter. It's like almost smoother. Weird. But I'm still not going to drink it black. I need a little bit of things, a little bit to doctor it up. Just a little bit. Whole milk. I'm a sucker for cocoa mix in my coffee. We don't have any cocoa mix, but this was on sale and we got it at Sam's Club. It was really cheap. I just remember I was like, this will work. So I'm going to use this today. I know some of you guys are like, yuck! What are you doing? You're ruining your coffee. Just don't like black coffee. And for that comment, I'm going to make 2 scoops. Now that's a good cup of joe. So I tried, that's the French press with this much milk and then 2 scoops of the Nesquik.
I mean, it still tastes like coffee, but it's pretty good.
It's like a smooth, it's different. Like you got the flavor of
I also
coffee.
don't like French vanilla, so there's that, but yeah.
Well, it's not French vanilla.
I gotta do my hair, you got me on camera.
It's not French vanilla. It's Nesquik and a tiny bit of milk.
French press, you said.
Yeah.
Sorry, I heard French vanilla. Gotcha.
It's the selective hearing thing again.
It's so cold out. Did you know it feels like -1 right now?
Did you know it's 3 degrees out? So I'm gonna have to put
like -1.
I'm gonna have to put pants on instead of shorts today when I do chores.
You didn't do chores yet? I was really hoping you did that.
So we have only one kid that went to school, so she brought her, Lydia is the only one that's not sick. She brought her to school today.
Oh
so
yeah, it was cute.
special
watching
mom
her.
and daughter time.
Yes, we sang lots of Cinderella, and we couldn't remember the words to Beauty and the Beast. So when she gets home, I promised her I'll look up the words so we can remember the Beauty and the Beast songs. Oh, what you doing?
Finish editing. I feel like all I've been doing is editing lately. Trying to get
Well,
ahead.
stop taking so long.
You can do it.
Matt does a really good job. So there's that.
She thinks so.
I do.
Back at it. Yeah, I did. I'm glad I'm recording.
Oh my god.
So everyone can see you.
It's
not
so
that
cold. It's
So
cold.
you have an issue. I don't know what you did with the bread last night.
What I did.
Yeah.
It just collapsed in.
Look at. This all broke off.
It's probably the weird cooking method.
I have no idea what she's talking about. What kind of cooking method did you do? Did you do?
What did I do? I did nothing because I let you do it.
Good morning, you two. Good morning. Alright, you gotta get out of the way. Still pushing the door. Well, now I gotta pee. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, you need water too. Figured that froze. Been cold last night. So I keep the window cracked for air movement in here, and I have the one in the south open. The one from the east I've been closing somewhat because I've been getting east wind this year. I don't know why. So I might close this up all the way just so I'm not getting a breeze here, because this is where it's freezing. So I have a better design, just have to have time to build it. Really, ever since I shut that window that far, this is the first time it froze, so it hasn't been doing too bad. But normally, put a little bit of water in there, and it starts flowing again. So it is a wee bit chilly. 7 degrees right now. So it actually warmed up because it was 0 degrees when we woke up at 5 o'clock this morning. Whew. Beautiful sun though. Makes me look good. Look at that. And right there, look at that, just shining. Makes me look so much better. I gotta get back to work. Now this is enough wood for us for a whole day easy, and I'll have enough to start another fire tomorrow morning with it. So we don't go too much wood, even when it's this cold out. It's pretty nice.
Since Matt and I have been really busy with work and stuff, I'm not getting super fancy with supper, but we are out of mayonnaise, so I am going to make some homemade mayonnaise, and I am using the recipe from my dear friend Kathy over at North Star Prepsteader. So if you need the recipe, I will link it somewhere here, description somewhere, so you can find it. But I'm going to be making some mayonnaise because we have lots of bread. We made that earlier. And we have lots of leftover chicken from last night. So Kathy's mayonnaise recipe is super handy to have. It's just a few ingredients that I basically always have on hand. So I really like it. We do love the convenience of mayonnaise in a squeeze bottle, but the truth of it is, it's really simple to make mayonnaise. I think it actually tastes better most of the time, and I know it's a lot healthier for me. So I could probably upscale some of my ingredients, but here's what we've got. It's what we've got on hand. So I've got 1 egg. I actually set this out earlier today, so it's room temperature, and I'm going to crack it into my jar. Now I know it's a brown egg, but this is actually from the store. If I was using one of the eggs from our chickens, I would actually pasteurize the eggs first, and that usually is what keeps me from making mayonnaise. So I'm trying to get in a better habit of just having pasteurized eggs on hand that I feel better about eating in things like this. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to add besides the egg is lemon juice. I don't have any lemons on hand. That's what Kathy uses, but this is what I've got. So 2 teaspoons of lemon juice. Mustard. Again, I do not have fancy homemade mustard. Maybe one day. We do have a lot of mustard seed. I could be maybe planting and making my own. 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I'm using that pink Himalayan salt we like. We're gonna add our water, a teaspoon of cold water. I'm gonna get it from my fridge. That's where it's the coldest. Probably should have planned this out first. Let's see how talented I am. Gotta have some fun, right? Life's way too short not to. Is this a good idea, Evan?
No.
Look at that! It's not how you would have done it? Alright. Cut. my cold water. And then I've got 3/4 cup of oil. And Kathy says you can use pretty much anything, but I always go to avocado oil because we always have it on hand and I just love the way it tastes. I did try it once with olive oil when that's all we had, and I did not care for it. All right, next step, I'm using, is that on? There we go. I'm using my immersion blender or stick blender, and I'm gonna go up and down for a little bit till it looks like mayonnaise. All right, so Kathy says that mayonnaise will last 2 weeks in the fridge, and ours hasn't lasted that long because we eat it. So I have not had an issue with it going bad per se, but I probably have never had it in the fridge for more than a week. Glad you got to see us again. Bye.